Alright guys, so I've had quite a few questions on the seats, the lower seat and the normal seat of the Cfmoto 700. Now, if you have a look at this one's actually the lowered seat. You can see it's really nicely sculptured and looks really nice. But when I first put this on, it actually was very hard, and it feels like a plank. But because I like the look of it, I left it on, and I've sort of put up with it, and you sort of get used to it. But if I put this one next to it, I don't know if the camera, if I've got it pointed correctly, so I don't know if you can see the difference in padding. So you can see this has been flattened out. They've obviously taken out quite a fair bit of the actual seat, the actual padding, whereas this one is actually much more padded, much better contour as well. You know, a lot more padding, and it does feel a lot better on the backside, and just the whole contouring as well. Just here, as it comes into a bit of a V, it just feels better underneath your crotch. So look, if you're going to get the lowered seat, there's not a huge difference. But the original one is much more comfortable, okay? But you will get used to the you will get used to the other one, to the what's it called, the flatter one, the lower one. I don't know if you can see the difference there. Don't know if I've got the camera right because I'm not holding it, but yeah, you can certainly see the much more padding on this one. Not as sculpted out, but yeah. The lower one is a couple of $100, I think just over $200 Australian. I assume that's just over €100. And if you're in Europe, the lower one does look much better. It's nice stitching on it. Looks very similar to the 650 MT, but I've got to say that yeah, the original one is much more comfortable. But this works. You do get used to it after a while. So it's not really a definitive answer, I know, but I know it's not a definitive answer, but you know, unfortunately, it's really one of those things that's preference, your preference. If you want to, you know, spend the money and get the lower seat, it doesn't make a huge difference. It does help, you know, if you're short, but it's not a huge difference. That's all I got to say on that one. So I don't know if that's I don't know if you can see the difference well enough, but you can see the shape. You can definitely see the, you know, certainly a lot more padding across here. This thing's just flattened out here, and what happens is when you sit on it, it's just like spread your legs out. If you know, so instead of being a benefit, it just feels like it's just spreading out your legs to the left and the right, and you know, so long as you're sitting up here, that's where you notice the difference. You know what I mean? So if you're coming up to an intersection or you want to put your feet down, sit right up the front. But once you're riding, yeah, you can notice the difference. So that's it, guys. I can't really show it any other better way, unfortunately, but it's just a personal preference, just your preference. So if you've got any questions, look, feel free, just send them on the just write it down on the comments, and I'll try and get back to you. But one thing I also want to say before I finish, these seats are very flimsy. They just seem very cheaply made to me. They're very, you know, even this one here, they're just underneath, they're very flexible. So especially here with these little hooks here, they hook into a little bolt just beside that's bolted onto the tank, and yeah, I don't know how strong they're going to be long term. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching.